Welcome to our recording on how to complete a Canada Customs Invoice. I'm Linda with the Regulatory Affairs Department at Livingston International. A Canada Customs Invoice, also known as a CCI, is formatted to ensure that all fields required by Canada Customs are provided in one form. This form and information is also available on the Customs website. Field 1, the vendor, also known as the shipper or seller, must show the name and address of the party who's selling or consigning the goods to Canada. Over to the right, the date of direct shipment should show the date that the goods began their continuous or uninterrupted journey to Canada. Below that, in Field 3, the Other References field, record the reference information such as the commercial invoice number or the purchase order number. You should always provide a purchase order or any other references to identify the import. In Field 4, show the consignee or ship to or deliver to party's name and address. This is the company who will be receiving the goods. Field 5, the purchaser's name and address, is a very important field since it identifies the sold to party and is generally used to identify the actual importer of the goods. That's the party who's responsible for the duties and taxes. It may be the consignee, or it may be another Canadian or non-resident importer. In this case, I showed a third party as the purchaser of the goods. It shows that Big Store Retailers is buying the goods from ABC Imports, who is the importer of record. The importer must always be clearly identified. Field 6, the country of transshipment, would only be used if the goods had to travel in transit through another country to get to Canada. Field 7 should contain the country of origin of the goods. If there are multiple countries of origin, you can identify them in the lines below. In this case, our goods originated in various other countries. Field 8 shows the mode of transport and place of direct shipment to Canada. We also use this field to show the ETA, expected time of arrival, and the port or first point of arrival in Canada. Over in Field 9, show the conditions of sale and terms of payment agreed upon during the sale. This is where you'd show any discounts or Incoterms that indicate which party is responsible for certain charges, such as those for transportation. Moving down to Field 10, you'd show the currency of settlement in which the vendor demands payment. We'll convert this to Canadian dollars later when we account for the goods. We'll be using the Bank of Canada rate for the date of direct shipment. In Field 11, indicate the number of packages, such as 8 if you have 8 skids. The details will be shown in the next field, Specification of Commodities. The details that must be included in this field are the types of packages, such as skids, containers, or cartons, the general description and characteristics of goods, such as clothing, auto parts, or fish, but also specific identifying descriptions such as the style, part numbers, SKU numbers, sizes, dimensions, or brand names of the goods. For plants and animals and chemicals, show the scientific or chemical names and what they'll be used for. Provide the condition of the goods or anything else that should be noted, such as scrap cars, live trees for planting, or antique tables. Always show as much information as possible so we can tell exactly what's being imported and its use in Canada. Field 13 should show the quantity and the unit of measure for each item listed. These amounts will be multiplied out by the unit price found in our next field, 14. Our CCI shows the number of cases at $10 per case and the number of dolls at $10 each. The value of our free samples is $5 each. You can describe no-charge items with phrases like value for customs use only or no-charge warranty replacement, as long as every import has a value for customs use, even obsolete or damaged goods. Field 15 should show the total of the values multiplied out. Field 16 shows both the net and the gross weights. Field 17 must contain the invoice total. This will be the total of all charges listed in the Field 15 or may include values from goods listed on continuation sheets or additional invoices. Field 18 would only be checked off if there were additional continuation sheets. Field 19 would show the name and address of the exporter who caused the goods to be exported, such as the freight forwarder. Over in the originator field is the name and address of the party who completed the invoice on behalf of a company. Field 21 is rarely used, but would show any customs rulings and dates if applicable. Completion of fields 22 to 25 depend on any additional charges or adjustments to the value. If there are no additional adjustments to be made, then just click off the little box in field 22. Field 23 to 25 inform customs if any charges are included or are not included in the values in field 17, or if any adjustments need to be made to the values. Valuation adjustments can be very complicated, so it's covered in multiple customs memoranda and legislation. There are also several sources of information available on our website. If you still need assistance, though, contact your Livingston service representative. Thank you for watching.